but a very good friend of ours, a colleague of ours at the station, a very good friend of the stations, and of anybody involved in covering sports in D.C. and Baltimore, passed away way too soon overnight. And this is one of those, like, out-of-body, I can't believe I'm saying this kind of things as I say it on the radio, but our friend Craig Heist passed away. And we've done these segments way too often, whether it's Pete Medhurst and John Feinstein and Rick Snyder and so many that friends in this business that we've lost. But for people that don't know, you've heard Heisty on our show a ton. He's a regular on the Beltway Blitz talking baseball. He did updates on the station for many, many years. He's a part of the fabric of the fan. He's our Nats beat reporter. I've known Heisty since I was 10 years old. And he first started coming on my shows back in 2002 on Sirius XM when I was a little kid. And he would just talk all things Major League Baseball with me. And 23 years later, he was still coming on our show to talk baseball a couple of weeks ago. A mainstay in every press box, in every locker room.
Grant.
Did you ever go to a Nats game? And by the way, you could say the same thing in the Baltimore market right now on 105.7 in Baltimore. You never went to an Orioles game where Heisty wasn't in his same corner seat in the press box, centered up behind home plate at Camden Yards. But he had the same seat right there with us in the third row at Nationals Park. In fact, right next to, tragically, the seat that we still leave open for Pete Medhurst. And he does post-game for the Nationals with you and I, heavily involved in all things baseball coverage, but just an all-time character. He would come into the press box with like 3 bags, and if I needed a pencil sharpener, he had it. If I needed a charger for a fan, there was probably something in one of his contraptions in one of his bags. He is unrivaled in just how fun he was to watch and take in games with in the press box.
You said it, a staple. And, it just literally a couple weeks ago, one of the final Nats games of the year, Toby, me, 6 feet of waves, Heisty, who knew all the little tips and tricks. He knew when, you go back to the press box food spot because he knew when the second round of hot food was coming out. So he would get the tater tots after, he knew where the best salad dressing was. I mean, he lived at the ballpark, man. Just that it was highly unusual when you'd go into that press box in Nats Park and he's not there, you notice immediately. Right? What's going on? What happened? Is there a conflict? And it was usually he's probably in a Baltimore game. But that was that. I mean, just an absolute warrior when it came to going to game after game after game and grinding like nobody else.
He would go to every Caps, every Wizards,
every game,
every Nats, every O's. He would do 162 or more. There were games, I remember, he's told me, where he would do both Nats and O's on the same day. If there was like a Sunday night baseball game and a day game at the other. I mean, just an all-time worker, like Energizer Bunny.
Yep.
Everybody needs those types of worker bees in their companies who's at everything. There's never been anyone, this is a deep cut for our business, that was better at getting the mic flag in on a shot than Craig Heist.
Yep.
If you've ever once turned on any coverage of post-game at Nats or Orioles and you've seen the 106.7, the fan mic flag,
that was Heist.
Heisty's hand holding it there. And nobody's ever been better in that in the history of the world. Loved crabs. Every time I saw him in the summer, he would talk about the crabs he had just had and baseball. I mean, I don't know anyone who likes baseball more than him. But getting that call today, and we've gotten too many of these, was flooring. Just never prepared for that.
Yeah, there's no good way to adequately do it justice and to say the profound or eloquent thing. It just you can't believe it. I could not believe that news that we got today. So thinking of course about his family, everybody that he worked with and touched over his decades on the radio. I mean, I remember him from when I was, just a teenager, just out of college on TOP. And then, of course, with our station doing just synonymous with the Nationals since they came back to D.C. and on 106.7 The Fan, and a guy that will be missed, a presence that will absolutely be missed.
Steve says he just saw him a couple of weeks ago at Camden Yards. I mean, he was at the Caps game 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
He was doing Heisty bits on Facebook yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it's tough. It's just staggering. It's a kick to the shins, man. And I will say, too, and this is in the most pleasant, fun way, because this is really an endearing thing between guys, I think.
Uh-huh.
The best ball buster in the history of the world.
I mean, all time.
Hall of Fame.
All
like,
time.
He would zing you
and
so hard and so fast.
He excelled at the zing and smack.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about,
but he
too,
would
right?
laugh after.
He's laughing.
He would say something to you where before you even know you've been stabbed in the rib, basically. he's cackling.
Yeah,
you know?
and he's already gives you that little bit, that backhand shot to your shoulder as he kind of steps back. I mean, just hilarious, man.
Just
I'm
very
going to miss
welcoming.
him.
Everyone in the press box knows him. Every press box attendant would get a hug from him. It just stinks, man. So another one of our family members here at the Fan, no longer with us. We're thinking about him and his family. Tough day, for sure, but rest in peace to our buddy, Craig Heist.